Hi there folks, if you're joining me for this video, I hope your day is going well. Yesterday I got a package in the mail from smokingpipes.com, and I did a pretty extensive unboxing video, and unfortunately by user error I destroyed that video before I was able to upload it. I just had to clear some storage and it got mixed up with some of the stuff I wanted to delete, so I'm just going to go over what I got, open up the bags, give you guys a little bit of a bag note, 10 note kind of thing, and just talk about the things that I got and why I'm excited for them. So, to start off with, I have never smoked a clay pipe, so I decided to get two of those in different lengths and bowl sizes to try. The first one is Old German Clay's Knight and Bishop. You can see on this side this little like bishop motif with a scepter and a mounted knight on this side. This one's very small. Bowl wise, the bowl's just about 0.7 inches wide, and it's actually 8 inches in length, so it's got quite a bit of length, but very small smoke, short smoke, and sort of similar with this other one, but it's got a bit of a bigger bowl and a much smaller stem, and that is the Offering, also from Old German Clay. Both very cheap, very simple, something to kind of get my foot in the door as far as clay pipes go. So I'm really excited. I've actually, since I had a fumble yesterday, didn't get my full unboxing, before I realized that I had smoked out of this one, and it was a really good smoke. I am going to have to varnish the tip of this with a little bit of clear nail polish because I found that it stuck to my lips a lot and was really uncomfortable, but the smoking experience is pretty good. Though I did bite my tongue a little bit yesterday, so I didn't really taste what I was smoking all that much. So I'm going to give it another run, maybe this evening or tomorrow. I might give my tongue the day to heal. As far as tobaccos go, I'll start off with what I got the most of. Something that I've been smoking here recently. I got an ounce of it to try a while back, and I really enjoyed it, so I decided I'd go pretty heavy on it because I had a sale for 15% off Sutliff Bulks. So I got 10 ounces of 507C Virginia slices. The 1 ounce that I had before, the flakes were cut in half, it seemed. They were a lot smaller than this. Here you can see we got a real long, very solid uniform flake. A really pretty flake, actually. And it smells awesome. It smells like hay, like prunes, sorta. Like almost kind of grassy, but much darker, like sort of old hay. It smells awesome. I cannot wait to get some age on these and to test them out with a little bit of maturity. I've only had them fresh before, and even fresh they're really good. So, like I said, I got 10 ounces of that. I split it up into four 2.5 ounce jars, and smoke them progressively over the next year, or however long it takes me to get around to them. In the same vein as that, I got some 707 Sweet Virginia, which I think is similar to 507C. Maybe with some sweeter varietals though. So give that a try. Let that sit for a little while after I try it out a couple times and see how that's doing. Bag note on this one. It's very similar, but it's much more fruit forward. It's a broken flake, so you can tell that it was a flake at some point. I don't know if this is the same tobacco that's been processed differently or what, but There's a much more fruit forward note. And almost like a little bit of syrup or something. I can't really pick it apart, but 707 Sweet Virginia, 1 ounce of that. Also very similar. I had it jarred up. I don't know what I did with the jar. Here it is. It's pressed pretty tight. This is a half and half mixture of 515 RC1, which is a tangy red Virginia from Sutliff. Good for blending purposes. And 507 S, which is the same, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same blend as 507C, but it's been stoved for a while. So I think that might reduce the nicotine a little bit and give it a like more roasty character, like a more roasty wood burning sort of character. I've never had stove Virginia as far as I know, or really well stove Virginia. So I should have tasted these on their own before I mixed them, but I didn't think about it yesterday. I tore the bag for the 515 RC1, so I just put them all together and pressed them. So hopefully after about a month, this will be a cake almost. We'll see. Got another Virginia to try. Very highly touted PS400 Luxury Navy Flake from Peter Stokkeby. Good solid vapor. Can't wait to give this one a shot. I've only had one vapor before, and that was Cornell and Deal's Bayou Morning. So it was a little rough, fresh, so I've had that sitting for a little while. So I'm going to compare those sometime soon, and I'm very excited for that. This smells awesome through the bag. It smells a lot like that 707 Sweet Virginia to me. Try to get a whole flake out of here. These flakes are cut in half, so they're a little less glued together. There you go. It's also a really pretty dark flake. Actually, this one has a lot of pop. This one has a lot of, like a sharp, almost like a vinegar sort of note. I'm not going to say vinegar, it's a lot sweeter than that, but it's got a very sharp, bright smell. Citrus. This is exciting. And also like some really fresh grass smells. The flake looks very similar in appearance to the 507, but this has a fair bit of perique in it. So we'll see how that changes it. I've got another Virginia, but I'll save that for the last because that's sort of the most exciting thing that I got so far. And that's what the video is all about, because that is what prompted me to make this whole purchase. Sticking into Sutliff, I got 1 ounce of Sutliff Black Raspberry. It's a fruit aromatic. I've had 1 ounce of it so far. I'm just over halfway through that ounce, and I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good summer blend. It's got a really nice, bright, tangy fruit note with a little bit of sweetness, sort of akin to like a cake or something. I like to think of it like a raspberry Newton or something. And as you can see, it's just a really dark, I think it's Cavendish. Just a really dark black Cavendish. This has a couple strands of some blonde tobacco in it. The other one didn't, and it's only like 2 strands out of the whole bag, so I think this is not supposed to be in there. And it's kind of just taking on the smell of the topping, which is, like I said, sweet, cakey almost, but it's got a huge pop of fresh raspberries, sugar, just a tart raspberry juice smell. It smells mouth-watering, and the taste follows it really well. So this is one of my favorite aromatics that I've had so far. It's up there with like Cold Blood Red Moon. I got a couple Englishes to try. Sticking with the Sutliff, we got 503 Heavy English. It's apparently like a lighter morning style English. I've heard it compared to early morning pipe, so hopefully I'll be able to give those a comparison sometime soon once I try early morning pipe. might try this first since I've already got it bulked up and in the bag. So it's going right in a jar. I've only got limited jars, so this might go first, but I'll try to have early morning pipe right around the same time for comparison. Give that a little bit of a sniff. These Sutliff bags are packed well, and it's really hard to get into them sometimes without tearing the bag up. That's meant to go right into a jar or container anyway, so that's no big deal. Ooh. That's a huge, like, looking at it, it looks like it doesn't have a ton of Latakia. It's got a ton of Orientals, it looks like. And I would say, looking at it, something like 15% Latakia, maybe 20. But it's got a huge, smoky Latakia flavor, like burning leaves. It smells amazing. That's exciting. I'm really enjoying Latakia, so that will be fun. And the last English blend I got, the other English blend, is also, I think, Sutliff. Yeah, it's also Sutliff. It is Balkan S, which is a match of 1970s Balkan Sobrani, I think. I've never had any Balkan Sobrani, obviously. But I think it's specifically a match of the 1970s version, and that smells much less muted in Latakia than that heavy English. These are both really dry in the bag too, so those should be ready to smoke relatively soon. This is a little bit more muted in Latakia, and I would say it's got a lot more tang from the Virginias and a little bit of Orientals in there. Actually, I think this is a lot of Orientals being a Balkan. Just a lot of tang from the Orientals, but it looks, to my eye, to have a heavier mix of Latakia, and some of that is shredded down to like dust. I don't know how I feel about that. There's some nice ribbon up here toward the top, but down to the bottom of the bag, it looks to have been pulverized into like powder. So we'll see how that goes. And finally, the unicorn of this bunch, and like I said, what prompted me to make the purchase in the first place before it goes away for however long. I've only been around for a couple months, but this is the first time it's been available to me. Old Virginia Flake from Samuel Gawith. The date on this is 3/38, so it's got a weird dating scale. You got to date it from like the number of months since 1995 or some shit, or some stuff. Excuse my language. I found a cheat sheet, and I think this is from January of this year, so it's already got about 5 months on it. I think I'm gonna try it soon. I'm really, really, really hyped to try this. So I've heard it ages well. I could just let it sit for 6 months, a year, because it's got a good vacuum seal on it. I know that's been a problem with some Gawith tins, but Samuel Gawith tins. But I don't know, I'm really just too excited to try this, so I think I'm going to crack into it within the next couple days maybe. Try it out fresh, see what I think about it, and then if I'm able to, I'll put a little bit away in a jar, give it some time, see how we're looking then. Through the tin though, I don't know. There's a little bit of must that I can smell through the tin. A little bit of Virginia sweetness, but mostly just like a weird must. So don't know what's going on there. I didn't expect to be able to smell it that well through the tin. But I'm going to crack it sometime soon. Hopefully I'll have a review up in a couple days or so, or a first impression at least. And that's that. Samuel Gawith Full Virginia Flake. So that's all the tobacco I got in this order. Got a couple little accessories. Nothing crazy. I got a 9mm adapter for my shotgun, because it was supposed to have come with a 9mm or with a filterless adapter. It did not, so I just ordered one of those. And to have another option, because the filters that I got for it in the first place sucked, I got some activated charcoal filters for the pipe, for the 9mm. Never had activated charcoal filters, so that'll be fun to try. I generally like smoking with filters, so I'm excited to give those a try. So yeah, unfortunate that I couldn't do the unboxing, or that I didn't retain the unboxing video, but I think this does just as well, and it gives me a little more time to get into everything, give you guys some descriptions of the smells that I'm picking up, and I'm excited to try all this stuff. It'll probably take me a couple weeks to keep smoking, to smoke a little more of what I have been smoking here recently, to get a better idea of that stuff, and to get into this stuff and do the same for it. You know, I want to give all these blends some justice, and I want to be able to work through the stuff that I'm opening, and not get carried away with trying, you know, 30 new blends. I'm already about 15 deep, and so yeah, I want to give those blends some time, but there will definitely be some new stuff coming here soon, and I'm really excited for all that. So if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. Thank you all for giving me your time, spending it with me, looking over to some of the exciting stuff that I got, because I'm really excited about it, and I look forward to checking in with y'all here soon. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.